guys, tonight my students Evander and Dallas was working on a progression. We do it quite a bit. It's a 3-beat progression. We stole it from Filipino martial art. We never do things in 2s. We do things in 3s. Therefore, it breaks up the pattern. The human mind likes to look for patterns and sequence. And on the day of the fight, because it's your first time fighting with someone, you may not understand the pattern or sequence. So it's very important to add in elements of chaos. Now, on the flip side, the more you spar, the more you fight, the more people you spar with, the more your mind is forced to adapt to different patterns and sequence. And therefore, when you compete, you quickly pick up the sequence and pattern. That is why sometimes for martial art instructors or martial artists, they have a hard time fighting a beginner or a crazy person, because those people don't have patterns. They're just randomly doing shit. Okay, that's why it's actually easier to fight against another martial art artist or another martial art person who is from your same style. You move exactly the same as them. Anyways, we have a 3-beat progression, okay, and basically it's progression. So basically, think of it as a pyramid. Okay, so the first progression is jab cross. He's going to catch or parry, and then he's going to return right away with jab cross. I'm going to catch and parry. Then I'm going to return right away. Okay, and then we disengage, and then he starts. So he's going to go jab cross. I'm going to catch. Then I'm going to return fire right away, and then he's going to return fire. Okay, then we disengage. So it looks like this. Go ahead. 1, 2. Then I right away return fire. Then he right away return fire. Then we disengage, and then it's my turn. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. Then we disengage. Now whoever disengage, the person who re-engage gets to initiate, and he gets to decide when. Okay, so we're going to move around. Also, he can engage. 1, 2. Now we don't pause, because pausing gives us time to think. We have to return fire right away. That way we don't. We learn to pressure cook things and return fire on the day of the fight. So he goes 1, 2. I'm hitting right back. Ask him how it feels when I hit him right back. Stressful. Stressful. Less time for him to react. Now watch what happens. He goes 1, 2, and then I pause. Then I do 1, 2. It gives him time. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we move. Then my turn. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now we like to do the catch because it's a quicker, non-committed defense, and it takes not a lot of resources. Okay, when you start doing karate blocks, too much resources being committed. When you are covering, I don't like covering too much because it pins down your hand. Okay, so what happened is when do you catch? When he hits you and he's a little bit outside your arm. Okay, so it's called the T-Rex position. Okay, so it's right here. So the T-Rex position is when you catch. Plus, it also develops sensitivity. Go ahead. It gives you the ability to develop sensitivity for knees. Okay, gives you sensitivity to throw roundhouse kick. Okay, if you hover, it pins you down, and it's hard to develop that sensitivity. Okay, so that's our first progression. Our second progression was the low kick. Okay, so he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he throws the low kick. Boom. Okay, and it can be on the inside or outside. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Okay. Now, very important when we do the low kick that we step in and we flare out. Okay. When we flare in, when we step in on the low kick, watch what's going to happen to the overhand. He's going to overhand me. Okay. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I step in. Boom. Okay. Happens all the time in MMA, especially at amateur level. Very important. Instead of stepping this way, you step out this way. Okay, now depending on how short you are, okay, if you're really tall, you can step out this way. So me, stepping out this way. If I'm shorter, I have to step out this way. So I'm going to step out this way. Okay, now if I'm really short, then you shouldn't be stepping in because you're gonna eat the cross. Okay, so very important not to step this way, but step this way or this way. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch what I do. I don't step in. I step out. Boom. Watch what happens. He's going to throw that cross. Boom. It's the chance of him landing is hard. Number 3, I'm going to sight his cross, and I'm going to make sure I shift my body weight and drop my body weight a little bit this way so it's harder for him. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now watch what happens when I drop my body weight and I stay upright. I step correctly. Go ahead. Boom. I still eat it. Okay. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch what I do. Boom. boom. I don't eat that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to throw that, boom, boom. Okay, so it's very important to understand those concepts. Okay. That was what progression? That's second progression. Okay, third progression is the guy will take the shot, take the roundhouse kick. Okay, and then he's going to return with the overhand. So Evander's pretty good with that. Okay, especially when you're fighting someone shorter than you. You want to catch that low kick and overhand them. Okay, especially if their low kick is telegraphic. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to throw my low kick. And for whatever reason, I didn't do it right. I didn't step out, whatever. Okay, or he baits me. He flares out his leg a little bit. And so I step in. Okay, I throw my roundhouse kick. Okay, he catches it and he throws the overhand. Boom! And preferably the overhand should come at an arc because you're lowering your body. So to compensate for the lower of your body, your hands come up like a bomb. If you shoot at the same height and you lower, you might miss and hit him in the chest, which is fine, but you have to understand because you lower your body to catch that, you have to compensate that. Number 3, you want to hide that overhand. So don't flare out too much. Try to keep it as close as you can. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, in this case, Evander and I, there's a huge height difference, so he doesn't have to lower as much, but let's just pretend he's fighting someone his own size. He's going to have to lower it. Boom. See that? Okay, very good. Okay, last progression. He's going to counter that, okay? He's going to do that, and whatever reason it doesn't work, he's going to take it into a leg drag, okay? So, go ahead, you start first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, your natural reaction should be right away catch, boom, and then from here come down into a leg drag, like that, okay? So one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, catch, throw that overhand. Okay, or if you know you don't like to throw the overhand because your body's short. Okay, now when I take this and I pass it, it's stuck to my hip. So what I need to do is I need to shift. I need to do a shuttle step. Okay. So throw that low kick. Boom, get the habit of stepping like that. Okay, watch the pass. Okay, so one more time. 1, 2. Yeah, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom! I catch, throw the overhand. If you're tall, always practice throwing the overhand. Okay? Now from here, I cup it. And what I'm going to do now is I need to run diagonally that way. Okay? And we want to parallel the motion, and I'm going to foot sweep him. So one more time. Boom. Here, and watch the foot sweep. Okay? I'm going to step in. Here on my toe, okay, this hand blades across his body, and I'm going to swing back. So it's like my classic roundhouse kick, and this hand blades back. Okay, scissors back. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Boom. From here, I need to switch my hand. I need to step in and wedge my body, and I'm going to blade and preferably kick right here. Okay? Boom, right here. Okay, now, I'm grabbing his pants and stuff because, I'm a small guy, but in MMA you might not be able to grab his pants. From there, you can go into knee on belly and stuff, but that's fantasy fighting. He's going to be scrapping stuff. So you got to learn to hit. Go ahead and start moving. And now, you're going to come in on him and start hitting or whatever, okay? You want to learn to hit, but also remember that if your hit doesn't land and stuff, he's going to scramble and stuff. And that's where you have to get into wrestling scrambling, where you're doing quarter turnover, sprawling, chin strap, stuff like that. Okay? Okay, last time, we won't work on fighting the ground for this video. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. From here, and boom. Right here. And start hitting him. Now what you want to do is, as he gets up, you want to monitor, and it should always be at a 45-degree angle. Okay? If you're in front of him, he can dive forward, and it's easy for him to take you down because you're fighting against 2 hands. Here, he's going to have to circle this way or this way. So he's forced to circle. Go ahead, circle. Okay? It's a little bit harder for him. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to stop the video. We're going to do part 2, where my students are going to practice this move for about 3 minutes, and I will critique them. In a way, when you practice this move, you will have the same, it's like me critiquing you, because they'll probably make the same mistake, or I might have certain comment on how they can make it better. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2. Okay, so stop the video, and then you two will practice this